So anybody that's brand new, welcome to the Saturday trainings. We're going to talk about wine ambassador and building your wine ambassador business now. And if you weren't on the last Thursday night class, modifying your PBS, well, now you're going to get a chance to hear from one of our wonderful instructors, our MSIs, our teachers, our trainers, and female businesswoman extraordinaire kind of teacher, Mrs. Sheila Matchett, our MSI over here on the East Coast with me, which is, another blessing. I appreciate that. And she's going to be talking a lot about the growth and the expansion and the direction. We just launched into Canada, so we need to start advertising Canada. Don't leave it all up to Joel. And we're going into Europe, so we need to talk about how to expand our business into Europe and get that exposure out there too. Without any further delay, Miss Sheila Matchett, the microphone is yours. Take it away, ma'am.
Thank you. Now, so we're going to be showing you how to advertise in those different countries. So let me get my screen up here. Let me know if you can see it. All righty. Everybody can see my screen? Yes.
It's going to look weird. We see the Zoom leader thing. Yep.
There you go. All right. So your site should be modified. Like Niall was saying earlier, that if you are not in the Wine Ambassador program, please, by all means, make sure that you have those pages still modified, because you still want that content. If you're not in it, then use your upline, their link, to at least keep it within the same group and the same downline until you are ready. You can always come in as a customer and still get a link to advertise with. You can get your free wine that way. When you upgrade, then you can also retain your same link, and then you can actually get your commissions from it. Like I said, I highly suggest that when Tanya gets back on, that you follow her or get her recordings on organization. I'm all about organization. You don't know what you have if you don't have it placed properly. So in mine, I do have everything organized in folders. So I don't even have to look at my site once I get it. Rory's been talking about templates, getting your ad templates. We're all about posting, copying and pasting. That's why we all got here. It's just a matter of copying and pasting, but you got to have the content to copy and paste with. So I have everything set up on my Google. So I'm gonna come here, and I actually have a template set up on Google for all of my ads. So I have them listed according to what they are. So I have my website information. I got my V-marketing. I have all of my ad templates for all of my different programs that I have. So I'm just going to go straight to my wine template. And in my wine template, I have an ad for wine and cigars, because I have some great cigar companies. They go great together for advertising. But I have my wine only. And in here, I have set up this template that actually has all of the videos that we have for Wine Ambassador. I have all of my links and pages that I've created in my website already here. So I suggest that everybody needs to create a template for their advertising. So you're not sitting in front of your computer going, what am I going to write today? It's already here. So all I have to do is just come here and see which ad I want to use. And then you want to create your ad headlines. And your ad headlines are going to be your eye catchers. Somebody posted not long ago about your different programs that you have. There's a program that's called, let me get it here in my information pages, that there is a program that's for keywords, and it's free for the first 100 keywords. And I'm going to pull that up, and you want to use those knee-jerk keywords. I actually have a program that I've put out there, a Google Doc that I put out there for all of the keywords. I'm trying to get it to pull up right now. They don't want to work with me, but there is a program out there that has the top 200 keywords that you can use for responses. If you're not sure what they are, let me find it. Where is it at? Of course, that's not going to show up, but they're there, and it's the top 200 keywords that you can use. So you want to use those for your advertising. So I'm going to come back here to my wine, and you want to get those headlines. It's going to make people look at what you have to say. If you're not interested in your own headline, then no one else is either. So you want to make sure that it's something that's great for you, that'll cause you to react. And then you want your ad body. You need at least to have 3 to 4 different ad bodies. And those are the actual advertisements that you want to use, so that you're not thinking. I always modify them as I'm writing them. I'll think of something else to write. You also want to use your key phrases in there as well. If you have your, I have the wine bot, so you can use that as advertising. So you have different things. I have several that I write, and as I come across different ones, I just add to it. You don't ever want to delete one. It's just more things that you can use. So then once you get your ad templates, you got them created, then it's just a matter of copying and pasting, literally. So then you want to go to your ad sites. As you can see, I have all of my ad sites listed as well. And you want to start with your different ad sites. I like using post to classified ads. It's easy. Free sites. I don't have any sites that I pay for. Everything is free. So then you just want to select your category. And in this one, it depends on what you are doing. So since we are just now going into Canada, I'm going to do it in community, and I'm going to go to announcements. And then here, if you know a specific place you want to go to, then you can type it. Since I know I'm going to go to Canada and I know this site goes to Canada, I'm just going to choose all of Canada. And then it's just a matter of copying and pasting. I'm going to come back to here. I'm going to grab one of my headlines, and I'm going to do the compare wine pricing. And I've gotten a lot of feedback on this one from different places, especially on social media, because I actually compare prices from several restaurants I visited per glass for Merlot, Chardonnays, different wines that I know we have, compared per glass to per bottle, and then compare it to our wine club. Did you know that most of the wines at most restaurants, their per bottle cost is the same as our whole 4 bottles that we get in our shipment as a customer? So that's something that people like to see, especially if they recognize the name of the restaurant. So I'm going to come here, and that's my ad I'm going to use. I'm going to use that one. So then all I'm going to do is pull a headline. So right here, I'm going to say, what is your wine style? And I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to put my ad title. And this one, you do have to put a price. I always put in the customer price because most people will come in as a customer before they'll come in as an ambassador. And I put that in there. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to get my link. And I'm just going to find the one that I want to use. I have several different ones. And this one here, I'm going to put in here. And I'll put the whole thing. That's the way I typed it. So that's the way I'm going to write it. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to paste it. And then once you get it in here, then you can play with this. That's one of the reasons why I like this one. And I might just come in here and repost it. And then I'm going to come make it more visible. So I'm going to put this over here and I'm going to center it. I'm going to bold it. I'm also going to put a little bit of color to it. I'm going to change the font to make it a little bit more visible, and then increase the size because I really want it to stand out. That looks a little small, so let's come here. All right, and then you can make it a little bit, break it up a little bit. How to compare wines. So then I want to tell them to check out my blog where I found some information. And then I'm going to center this. Again, you want it to stand out. So I highlight it. You can do reds. I like red. Roy likes blue. Again, it's all in your preference of how you want it to stand out, what you want people to see. Increase the font. And there's my site. And then you're going to put your name. And I always use my website. That's another way for people to find me. Do not use your autocorrect on this one. If you have your email, you can send them your business email so that people can contact you. If you want to leave it private so they can't see it, then you just click on this button. I want people to contact me, so I use my business email. And like I said, don't use your autocorrect if you have it. because it will change your advertising site. If you want to do it again, you just want to make sure you're not a bot. Okay, and if you are in WineBot, this is a great place to put your WineBot number. And I'm going to go to Canada. You don't need to put a postal code because you've already selected where you want it to go. You have a 6-month free program with this. If you change this expiration in any form, you're going to get charged. So don't change this. Always do your bot so they can say that you're a live person. And then you have your images. If you are in the memes program, this is the perfect place to put your images. And you're just going to choose a file. And again, I have all of my images stored. And I'm just going to go to my Dropbox. I'm going to go to my logos. And I have those filed too, so I don't have to look and try to find, well, where's all of my images. I have them listed. So I have wine and then WineBot. So I'm going to use my WineBot images for the simple fact they have my emails out on there, my pages. They also have my WineBot number. So I'm going to use my WineBot images, and it has up to 5, and you want to use all 5 of them because they rotate out. And I have a few little sexy ones there to catch the eye. So you want to be able to address and market to all styles, all classes, all walks of life. Don't be limited just because you think somebody might not like it. They have the option not to click that one. That's the way I always look at it. I'm gonna get one more. And the great thing about memes is that they all come back to a page in your website. So most of them are going to be fine wines, but if you have memes that you've created or ones that have different things, you always want to make sure that your pages are linked. And then you're going to go to post your ad. And at this point, it's going to tell you if there's anything wrong. If your picture's too big, I haven't been in here this week. Okay. If your picture's too big, if you didn't add something, it's going to come back. If you change that information, it's going to come back and say, hey, you need to change this. So this is telling me what my ad looks like. It's going to show me what people are going to see. And I can look at this and say, okay, that's where it's going to be. It's going to Canada announcements, and it's given it exactly the price. It's given who to contact, so they can type in Shop with Mama Chief. If they type that in Google, it's going to pull up my website or every reference that I ever had with a page that has that in there. So that's why I always use my website name. If your website name's too long, then just use your name. Again, it's totally up to you. The only drawback to using this particular site is that you can only do one ad. You can't repeat the ad. So you have to modify your own ad if you want to reuse it. The other good thing I like to use this ad for, or this ad type, is you see all of these, and a lot of people don't know what they're for. They are additional places that you can post this single ad to. So if you are in Facebook and you've linked Facebook to this ad site, all you have to do is just click Facebook. It's going to pull up your Facebook ad or your Facebook profile. And from there, you can write a comment. And since it's showing an ad, then it looks like you're sharing an ad, not a link. So then all you have to say is, look, found this great. All right. So then when they click on this ad, they're going to go to my ad right here. They're going to see it, and it's going to bring them right back to my wine page. And you get the option if you want it to go to your news feed or your story. If you can choose both, choose both. Some of them will only let you choose one or the other. I want it to go to everybody. So then I put it here. You don't have to include an image because once they see this, it'll have the image with it. And then you just post your ad. And it's going to come right back to this page. Once it's posted, it's going to show me what I want. I can just close this tab. I don't need to see it. Then I can go to Twitter. Okay, I want to tweet this out to everybody that's on Twitter. And it's going to pull up my Twitter page. It's going to have this here. I don't even have to do anything. I can actually put an image. So I can go here to my site and pull up another image if I want to, and just tweet. That's all I have to do. It's right there. It goes on my Twitter. All of my followers get to see it. And then if you want to see where else you can go, you click this information right here, and it pulls up all the available programs that are associated with classifiedads.com. So you can come in here, you have Pinterest, you can pin this ad to your Pinterest board. It's great. Those of you that still have Google Plus, you can go there. LinkedIn, you can post this ad to LinkedIn. Digs, these are all the different social media platforms and other platforms you have access to. If you are not associated with them, when you click on it, it'll ask you to register. Just about every one of them's free. Some of them go to different countries. Some of them are just, different people's sites that you have access to. But there's like 30 or 40 different places in here that you can register for to advertise this one ad. So you're like, well, I don't have any place to add. Here's a whole slew of them where you can go and advertise this one ad without changing anything. And then you just click out of it and you're done with that particular ad. So then you're going to, click out of it, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to another ad site. Let's go to US free ads. And again, a lot of people don't understand this one. This is the main one. I'm just going to click to post an ad, but you also have US job postings that you have access to. You have Canada free ads you have access to, US net, UK ads, Australia, India, then free advertising and classifieds. So all of these are other ad platforms that you have access to just from this one program. So I'm going to come here. First of all, I just want to post this ad, and it's going to go to the US. And again, I'm going to come back and I might choose a different ad body, or an ad title. So I'm going to come here. This is, we're going to do one for business. So let's go back up here to my business ads. And here, get fine wines online. So I'm going to copy that ad title, come back here, paste it in here. And then your ad description, again, it's just a matter of copying and pasting. And I'm going to get right here. And this one, I'm going to change the link, and I'm going to come back to here. Some places will not allow you to post your link in, so be very cautious of that. It will charge you to post a link. Some places will, it's fine to put the link in the actual ad. So I actually have a page that says business opportunities. So I'm going to copy it and put that here. Now, with the US net ads, it does have a size limitation on your images. So Canva is a great place to go in and resize those images. It tells you right here what the size of it is. And I actually created a file for resized images. So I'm just going to go back to my logos. Again, this is a great place to use your logos. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to just go to my wine resize logos. And I'm going to use my wine bot again. And I'm just going to grab an ad. And this one you can only use one. So you want to make sure that it's the one that is most accessible and the one that's most visual for what you're doing. And then you're going to put your URL link. And I have it right here. And I just copy it straight from my ad and paste it in. And this one, it says target cities. It says United States. And we're going to go to United States. We'll just leave it here for the United States, because we are in the United States. And this one, you have to use your owner name. Again, I have Mama Chief and Shot with Mama Chief. I'm just going to put that in there. These are not required, but I always put in my wine bot if I'm advertising wine. And then the password, and I just keep the same one so it's easier for me to remember. And then you want to post in your code so they know that you are an actual person and not a bot. And then you want to go back and look and make sure everything's the way you want it. And these are good for a year. So you want to make sure that you have either a Google Doc or spreadsheet that you can put these in, because if you need to come back in and change it, you can't get access to it unless you have their code. So then I'm going to submit my ad. I didn't choose a category. So then I'm just going to go back to my ad. Oh, went the wrong way. So I'm going to go back to my ad and choose a category right here. So that's why I said it tells you what you didn't do. So where do I want to post this? Business opportunities, home business. You can do it home business, you can do money making, you can do other, but this one I'm just going to do as a home business because that's what I'm going to advertise it as, and then hit submit. Oh, didn't put a new validation code. So we got to change that. So let's do our new validation code. Now let's see if it's okay. So there. So now I want to copy this ID number just in case for whatever reason something happens. And then I'm going to pull up my folder and I'm going to go to my Dropbox. I'm going to go to my templates and I'm going to pull up my ad spreadsheet. And I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to put in my description in. Category I put it in was business. And then my ID number, I'm going to paste it in. And then my date. So I know a year from now, I need to go in and update this. Okay, and then I'm going to save it. And you can use your Google Docs for this too. It also has a file in there, but I had already started this, so I'm not going to change it. And then if you want to see what it looks like, you can click on here and you're going to see what your ad looks like. So there's your ad. There's my information. It's going to go to Fine Wines. And then it has here, click on the site, and it's going to take them straight to my site. It has my contact information that I included. So they have all of my information there. They have my website. So that's how that ad is. Unfortunately, this is another one of those online marketing programs that you can't repeat the ad. You can modify it, but you can't repeat it. So then after you see this, you have Canada ads. So I'm going to just come and click a Canada, post in Canada. Again, because these are sub companies up underneath the US Net Ad Company, you can't duplicate the ad. So that's why your templates are very important. So I'm just going to come back through and find me another ad, or you can create your own. Since I'm here, I'm going to do one that says, and because we're directing it to Canada, I want it to say Canada. And we're just going to create one on the fly. I could spell. And I like to make it sound urgent. And again, I'm just going to come back here and I'm going to grab my link. And I'm going to send them straight to my Fine Wines. Now, if you have a Fine Wines Canada page, which I do, I don't know where it's at right now. I don't think I put it in here because we took it out before we had it. So I'm just going to send them to my Fine Wines. And I have a link in Canada to Fine Wines. So I'm just going to put that right here. And then again, I'm going to put my link here. And I'm going to choose an image. Again, you want to make sure your image has that same program. And I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to choose my category. And in this one, I'm going to do, let's see if we can go to announcements. They may not have announcements here. So this has communities. So activities, volunteered service. So we're going to do other community ads. So because it is an announcement. Target city. And it's going to say all provinces since I already told it we're going to Canada. So now it's just going to go to all the provinces. I'm going to, again, use my name. I'm going to put my WineBot number. And then, of course, I have my same password. It's just easier for me to remember. That in there. And then I'm just going to verify and make sure I have everything that I need to have that is there. And then I'm going to hit submit. So now it's telling me that my ad is ready. Canada wines delivered to your door from Napa and Sonoma Valley. Again, I'm going to copy this link. And I'm going to come back to my spreadsheet. And I'm going to put that back in here. And I'm going to let it know, that it was Canada. I put it in communities. And I pasted it and put my date and save. So now that one's saved. And so now I have Canada. So if I want to see what it looks like, I'm just going to click here. And there's my ad. There's my WineBot number. And there's my name. They can click on that. Then they can click here. And if they click here, it takes them straight to my program. To avoid scams, I hit the wrong one. So if I click here, this should take them to my, no, right here takes them to my website. I'll get it right here in a minute. And then there's my website, and they can read about all the different programs that we have for our wine ambassador, all the different things that they have. There's actually a link in here that they can go and click to my other programs for my wine. So that's how you can go in and do your different programs for your wine. And again, you can just keep on going. We'll be in Australia soon, but we can market our wine program anywhere. They just may not be able to get wine, but we can market worldwide with our grapevine system. So don't let a country stop you from advertising. They can still sign up for our grapevine. And then once we are available to ship wine to them, they just need to upgrade to the next level. So that's one of the great things about our wine program. Same thing with our Bella Vita. It all starts with your templates, guys. It's kind of hard to sit here, and look. And since I did create a new one, all I have to do is come here and I'm going to copy this and add it to my template. So I'm going to come back to my template and just go to the bottom. Or if I wanted to create a different one, I can just come back to my original wine and open up a new folder in here. So I'm just going to add a folder and name it Canada Wine Ads and create. And there's my folder. Just open up that folder. Come back over here and open up a Google Doc for that and create my title. And then put And this would be the first one in this site. And I'll come back later and actually put my headline. So then I'll just paste my ad, and then I'll go ahead and put in a headline because I do have a new headline for here. So I'll come back to my Canada ad and I'll copy this headline and come back to my document and post this here. And then I want to title it. So there it is, Canada wine ads. You don't have to worry about saving it because it automatically saves. That's the good thing about Google Docs. The minute you type it, it saves. You don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to do a little bit of maintenance right here. Make this bigger so I know that that's going to be standing out. So now whenever I get ready to go to my different ad companies or my different ad programs, I can just come back to my Google Docs and go to my wine only and create another file for my next country and start from there. So you can have everything organized within one folder, make it simple to be, next thing you know, all you're doing is copying and pasting, which is perfect. That's how we want to do things. You want it to be all organized, centrally located, so that you have everything that you need right at your fingertips. So that's all I have today, Stacy and Niall.
Awesome. Well, Niall had to bug off. He is doing a flow. And just nobody log off. If you're wanting to stick around for the instructor call, we're leaving it right here for ease of Stacy. And Sheila, I'd love it if you could hang tight too, if you don't have anything going on, if you don't have any other students on your schedule today. Are you open to taking some questions?
For a few minutes. I still have my 1 o'clock class. I didn't cancel because I didn't know I was going to be doing this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
you
but
need to
I'll
bug
be
out,
here
you
next
go
week.
ahead.
But I can
Perfect.
stay around for a few more minutes if you need me to.
Otherwise,
I'm here with you too, Stacy. I didn't leave you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Okay, so looks like Gloria is first. Go ahead, Gloria. And Sheila, if you have to bug out, go for
Okay.
it.
All right.
I just had a quick question about the wines and wine ambassador. I had a friend of mine ask me if we would be having kosher wine.
We're not gonna, to the best of my knowledge, I know I saw Brett on here earlier. I don't know if he's still hanging with us. Let me just, yes, he is. Brett, I'm gonna ask you to unmute and see if you can answer that for us.
No, it's too big of a process, and it just doesn't command the dollars that would be needed to put out a organic kosher wine per se under our own label. I mean, we might do a third party, who's to say, you know what I mean? But obviously would have to it'd have to be at that caliber of the wines we're delivering today. Make sense?
Thank you, Brett.
Hey, I want to give kudos to the last trainer. Holy cow, that was some amazing value. Love it.
Sheila is awesome.
Sheila's
awesome.
Yeah, that was great. I hope everybody. So I'm just gonna put my 2 cents on that. I would say the best thing to do is get tied to the actions, not the results. If you do the actions every day, consistent with the actions, the results come over time. So that's my 2 cents. Back to you.
Oh, thank you. Hey, we always love hearing from you, Brett. It's always, and was great seeing you last weekend. And you know, we love having you on these calls with us. It's not often we get to hear from you directly. So let me see here. I'm busy hitting the admit button. Joanne Osborne, go ahead and ask us your question.
Hi. When she did the USA Net ads, I do them, but my image doesn't come up. How do I change that?
Are you adding the image to the ad?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Is it saying that it's too big?
No. It doesn't come back as too big. It just will not show up when you check it.
I've not hit that issue, so I'm not sure. Linda, do you know?
No, I would have said the same thing as you. It's too big. It usually would say on there, like in red, that the image is too large, or they only allow a certain amount, a certain
A lot of mine
Dimension.
don't say any of that, but you know where it says, you know, check your, but now I'm lost on words. Your post where she showed, you know, where you can go and view it. My image will not show up in there.
Okay, and you're definitely in US net ads and not in classifieds for free?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure, because I know that classifieds for free are not showing images. Let us look into that one, Joanne, and we'll research it and see what might be the issue, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm gonna
Y'all have a great time and thank you for the information.
You're welcome. I'm gonna stop the recording here, guys. Otherwise, this